religion seems to be forgotten about in the self-development space. And I'm going to be open to you. Just a few weeks ago, I was far from a religious man. Till this day even, I'm still working on it, but I've realized it's quite an important aspect of life and self-development as a whole. So self-development is great in the sense that you're constantly striving to get better and better and better, and that, especially as a man, is what fuels your soul and just brings out the fire in you, which really is what you want out of life. But in that, we kind of forget about the religious side of things. So I do urge you to get a bit more on the religious side, whatever religion you are, I'm not fussed about that. But read the Bible, read the Quran, read the Bhagavad Gita, whatever it is. Start reading it now and then and just remind yourself about, yes, there is a God. Indulge in prayer now and then and get into the religious side and also the spiritual side of things if that appeals to you. Why I'm saying that is, I spoke about this in a recent video actually, but on self-development, a lot of us overthink a bit. We get a bit all in our head, thinking about perfect plan, all of this. And yes, that's important to some extent. But there comes a particular point where you have to accept that not everything's going to go according to your pre-specified plan and all of that. There's a God up there. And He is going to determine some things in your life. Not all of it, of course. Some of the decisions you do have to lead and guide yourself. But a lot of it is also a matter of you have to just trust that things are going to work out for the greater good. A super example that comes to my mind and probably relatable to you too. Think about the girl you were crushing on 5 years ago. Chances are you are quite happy you didn't end up with her. Your preferences have changed. You've come onto self-development and seen that she wasn't the kind of girl you wanted anyway. So all of these things have happened in that space where if you actually were dating her, you probably would have been damaged from that relationship. Or on the other hand, you just wouldn't have had a good time in general. So you would have wasted your time with her anyway. It sounds harsh, but yeah. So if you look at that now, yes, it didn't go according to your plan. But it did go pretty well in the grand scheme of things to a higher plan that you couldn't see. So I do encourage you to get deep into religion and literally just start praying at the very least, if you aren't already, that is. This is a journey I'm diving deep into now, and as I said, I was never the most religious person, extremely far from it actually. But I do think I'm going to make a few videos on this, not anytime soon, but a month from now, 2 months from now, as I get deeper into this journey myself, because I do think it's an important aspect for us as men to get into. As the guy who's going to be one day leading a family, leading his wife, leading his children, the self-development side of things does give you a very good foundation. But to build on that foundation, you also need the religious side. I think you actually need both to be pretty solid. Because you can also think about it, the man who just has self-development isn't going to necessarily lead his wife in the most optimal way if he doesn't have the religion side as well. But if he has both, it's two pieces of puzzle coming together, and the relationship and your life in general flows a lot more smoothly, a lot more effectively. And you also naturally start doing things to a higher good. A lot of us already are in this space now where if we're not religious yet, we do have this selfless desires helping the community or helping your family, and that's great. But religion kind of amplifies that a bit, makes your life a bit more purposeful. So I do urge you to look into it. I think I've hammered that point on quite nicely. But with that said, bro, I'll see you in the next one to become a better man.